What if I told you that your genetics account for only about 25% of how long you'll live? The other 75%? That comes down to daily habits that most doctors never discuss with their patients. I've watched thousands of my patients live well into their 90s, and it wasn't luck or good genes that got them there. I'm Dr. Elliot Graves. After dedicating more than 30 years to geriatric medicine, I've had the privilege of seeing firsthand what helps seniors thrive and what causes them to decline. Before I retired from clinical practice, I promised my patients I'd share what really works. In today's video, I'm going to share the 3 daily habits that I've consistently observed in my patients who lived vibrant, independent lives well into their 90s. These aren't complicated medical interventions or expensive treatments. They're simple practices that anyone can incorporate, starting today. Habit 1. Daily social connection, even when you don't feel like it. I remember Martha, age 72, who came to me after her husband of 47 years passed away. Her blood pressure was climbing, her sleep was fragmented, and she admitted she sometimes went days without speaking to another human being. "I just don't have the energy to be social anymore," she told me. "And besides, who wants to hear from a sad old widow?" I suggested something that seemed small at the time. I asked her to have one meaningful conversation every day, even if it was just a 5-minute phone call or a brief chat with a neighbor, just one. 6 months later, Martha's blood pressure had stabilized, her sleep had improved, and she'd joined a twice-weekly walking group at her local community center. Here's what the science tells us. Social isolation increases inflammation throughout the body, what we call chronic low-grade inflammation. This directly accelerates aging at the cellular level and increases risk for everything from heart disease to dementia. But even brief, meaningful social interactions trigger the release of oxytocin and reduce stress hormones like cortisol. You don't need a busy social calendar. One real conversation each day where you share something meaningful or listen deeply to someone else creates a biological cascade that protects your brain, heart, and immune system. Habit 2. Daily movement that makes you slightly breathless. Frank was 81 when his daughter brought him to my office. A former construction worker, his mobility had declined to the point where he could barely make it from his bedroom to his kitchen without stopping to rest. "What's the point of exercise now?" he asked me. "I'm already broken down." I told Frank he didn't need to exercise. He just needed to find 5 minutes, twice a day, to move in a way that made him slightly breathless. For Frank, that meant marching in place while holding onto his kitchen counter while the coffee brewed each morning, and again while watching the evening news. Within 3 months, Frank could walk to the mailbox without stopping. Within 6 months, he was walking his daughter's dog around the block. And most importantly, his metabolic markers had improved significantly. The research is clear. Brief bursts of movement that slightly elevate your heart rate and breathing, what scientists call hormetic stress, trigger a cellular cleaning process called autophagy. This helps your body clear out damaged cells and regenerate healthier ones. It also improves insulin sensitivity and stabilizes blood sugar, which we now know is crucial for brain health and longevity. You don't need a gym membership or fancy equipment. You simply need to find a way to get slightly breathless for 3-5 minutes, twice daily. Maybe it's walking up and down your stairs, dancing to 2 songs, or doing chair squats during TV commercials. The key is consistency, not intensity. Habit 3. Daily feeding windows. When you eat matters more than what you eat. Eleanor, 78, came to me frustrated after trying every diet imaginable to manage her weight and energy levels. "I'm eating all the right foods, Dr. Graves," she insisted, "but I still feel foggy in the morning, and my joints ache constantly." Rather than changing what Eleanor ate, we changed when she ate. I suggested she try containing all her meals and snacks within a 10-hour window each day, for instance, eating breakfast no earlier than 9 a.m. and finishing dinner no later than 7 p.m. Within weeks, Eleanor reported waking up with more mental clarity. Within months, her inflammatory markers had decreased significantly, and her joint pain had become manageable without medication. The science behind this is fascinating. Your body has an internal cleaning cycle called the glymphatic system. Think of it as washing your brain while you sleep. But this system only activates fully when you've been fasting for at least 12 hours. Giving your body this daily break from digestion doesn't just improve cognitive function, it reduces chronic inflammation throughout your body. You don't need to count calories or follow a special diet. Simply contain all your eating, including snacks and beverages other than water, within a 10-hour window. The 14 hours of physiological rest this gives your body each day may be the most powerful anti-aging intervention available to us. These 3 daily habits own meaningful social connection, 2 brief periods of movement that make you slightly breathless, and containing your eating within a 10-hour window work synergistically. Together, they address the 3 primary drivers of aging: chronic inflammation, metabolic dysfunction, and cellular deterioration. What's remarkable is how these habits reinforce each other. Better sleep from time-restricted eating gives you more energy for daily movement. Daily movement improves your mood, making social connection easier. And meaningful social connections give you purpose, which makes you more likely to care for your body. Remember, it's not about perfection. It's about small, consistent steps. As I used to tell my patients, you don't need to change your life overnight. Just change one day, and then repeat. Try one of these habits every day for a week, and come back to tell me how you feel. I'd love to know which of these 3 habits feels most doable for you right now. Leave a comment below and let me know. And if you found this information helpful, consider subscribing for more insights from my 3 decades working with vibrant older adults just like you. Until next time, this is Dr. Elliot Graves, reminding you that your best years may still be ahead of you.